Easter eggs and references to other movies have long been prominent in Hollywood, with movies across every genre seemingly squeezing in as many fun nods and connective inclusions as they possibly can. Disney are famous for it. Pretty much every Disney movie ever made has a hidden Mickey in it, for example, but that's not where such Easter eggs and references stop. Sometimes, however subtle, Disney movies can include things that connect them to other specific Disney offerings, and in this video, we're going to take a look at just a few examples of that. Here are 10 amazing Disney movies that are secretly connected to each other.
Okay, don't make any sudden moves.
Finding Nemo and Monsters, Inc. Mid and post-credit scenes are extremely prevalent in movies at the moment, and they have been for quite some time now, so it's always a good idea to stick around in the theater after the credits start to roll. A prime example of why that's the case came in the credits of 2003's Finding Nemo. Just after the special thanks section started scrolling onto the screen, none other than Mike from Monsters, Inc. makes an appearance, swimming across the screen and giving a look toward the camera whilst wearing a diving mask and snorkel. Apparently, the marine life in the world Nemo inhabits live in the same world as the monsters from Monsters, Inc. Monsters, Inc. and A Bug's Life. Monsters, Inc. and A Bug's Life share something of a tedious connection in the form of a trailer caravan that can be seen in both movies, meaning the two movies must take place in the same world. The trailers are definitely one and the same, as they look identical to each other, except the one in A Bug's Life is noticeably older and more decrepit, and is surrounded by noticeably drier vegetation, while the one in Monsters, Inc. has humans in it, is in far better condition, and is surrounded by taller, lush grass and has a tree hanging overhead. Tarzan and Beauty and the Beast. In the 1999 Tarzan movie, in the scene that Tarzan's friend Turk, the gorilla voiced by Rosie O'Donnell, makes a mess in the camp, there's a tea set shown on screen that looks very familiar.
Hey, what's everybody looking at?
It's none other than Mrs. Potts and her son Chip from Beauty and the Beast. And if you're wondering how a tea set from a French castle ended up in the jungle, consider this theory. Jane is Belle's great-great-great-granddaughter. Look at their similar dress sense, their taste in animalistic men, and their crazy white mustache dads. It's so obvious.
Oh, I see.
Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast. In Aladdin, there's a scene in which Jasmine's father, the Sultan, can be seen stacking a menagerie of animal figurines that links the movie to another Disney offering, and potentially to two other Disney movies as well. Amongst the collection of figurines, you can definitely see Beast from Beauty and the Beast, but it could also be argued that two of the other figurines on the pile are Shere Khan from The Jungle Book and the crocodile from Peter Pan. And we'll leave those last two for you to decide.
Yes.
The Jungle Book and Aladdin. In 2016's live-action reimagining of Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book, the ruler of the Bandarlog, King Louis, voiced by the inimitable Christopher Walken, was presented as an ape version of a mafia boss, and he had all the necessary riches to show for it. In fact, he was something of a hoarder, housing a large collection of treasures in his temple. One of those many treasures that he had in his possession happened to be the genie's lamp from Aladdin, suggesting that the two movies took place in the same universe. Zootopia and Big Hero 6. 2016's brilliant Zootopia is a utopia of Easter eggs. Yeah, we really did say that. With one very subtle reference being made to Disney's 2014 superhero movie, Big Hero 6. It's hidden in plain sight inside the office of Idris Elba's short-tempered buffalo character, Chief Bogo.
Insubordination.
Hanging on the wall in said office, there's a calendar bearing a photograph of the cityscape of San Francisco, which was the fictional high-tech metropolis that was the home of the titular superheroes in the aforementioned movie, suggesting that it is in the same world as Zootopia. Finding Dory and Wall-E. So apparently there's something about calendar Easter eggs in Disney movies, because another of 2016's offerings links to another Disney movie via a calendar. It's in the Finding Dory scene when Hank has Dory suspended over a massive aquarium in a plastic cup. There's a workstation in the background that's lit just enough for viewers to make out a Wall-E calendar. Well, this probably doesn't suggest that Wall-E takes place in the same world as Finding Dory, given that Wall-E is set in 2805, but more suggests that Wall-E is a movie that exists in the same world, which is an interesting twist. The Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Lion King, Aladdin, and Beauty and the Beast. In The Hunchback of Notre Dame, there's a single scene that manages to link the movie to no less than 3 other Disney movies in one fell swoop. While Quasimodo is singing the song Out There, the scene pans out to focus on the street he's in. On that street, you can see Belle from The Beauty and the Beast wandering around, reading a book. You can see Pumbaa from The Lion King being carried around on a pole, and you can see the magic carpet from Aladdin being shaken out by a street merchant, meaning all 4 of these movies are interconnected. The Little Mermaid, Tangled, and Frozen. Okay, this one's a little more complex, and is more of a theory than a confirmed connection, but that just makes it more interesting. The gist of the theory is this. Elsa and Anna's parents died during a storm at sea 3 years prior to the events of Frozen. Tangled came out 3 years before Frozen. Could it be that they were sailing to the wedding of Flynn Rider and Rapunzel? Geographically, it works. Tangled is set in Germany, and Frozen is set in Norway, which requires a journey across the sea. Moreover, it is theorized that their shipwreck is the one that Ariel explored in The Little Mermaid, given that the journey from Norway to Germany would involve sailing past Denmark, where The Little Mermaid is set. Well, that makes sense too. Cool, huh?
Hello?
Toy Story and every other Disney Pixar movie, there's one thing that links pretty much every single Disney Pixar movie, and that's the famous Pizza Planet truck, which made its first appearance on screen in the 1995 classic Toy Story. Since it first appeared alongside Woody and Buzz Lightyear more than 20 years ago, it has literally appeared in every single subsequent Pixar release to date, apart from The Incredibles, although it did make an appearance in the video game for that movie. It can be seen in WALL-E when Eve scans it for plant life, in Ratatouille on a bridge in the background of the document chase scene, and even as an asteroid in The Good Dinosaur, just for a few examples. Thanks for watching our video of 10 amazing Disney movies that are secretly connected to each other. Did you enjoy this video? Which other Disney offerings have secret connections to each other? Have your say in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more great videos like this one.